ballot to take place in this place today. Many in the ANC, including the officials of the ANC, have told her not to engage on issues of secret ballot, but to offer an open ballot. She went against the wishes of the officials of the ANC. We salute her for that. We are not here today to remove a democratically elected government of the ANC, which was voted for by our people in 2014. Whether we like it or not, we must at all times respect the wish of the people. And that's why we are here to make it very clear that ours today is not against the ANC, but against the father of Duduzane. We are here to remove Duduzane's father, because Duduzane's father is the most corrupt individual in this country. I want to say to the comrades in the ANC, we warned you about Nkandla, and you did not listen to us when we spoke about Nkandla. In 2016, you lost some of the metros, and your response was, you should have acted better on Nkandla. Your response was, you could have handled this matter differently, and you committed that you are going to improve after those outcomes. From August 2016 till to date, there is no single improvement. You have degenerated further. You have become worse than before the 3rd of August 2016. And now, can you imagine what is going to happen in 2019 if you are continuing the way you are going to continue here today? We want to say to you, we're not questioning whether the president has got powers to appoint a cabinet or reshuffle it. But we have a problem with a cabinet that gets reshuffled by people who are not elected. Because if a cabinet is reshuffled by the Guptas, then we know that the president is no longer executing his responsibility. We are rising against the Guptas who are reshuffling cabinet. We are rising against the Guptas who are appointing the boards in ESCOM, in PRASA, in Transnet, in SABC, in SAA. We are rising against the Guptas who have ensured that our economy is downgrading, that our economy is in recession. We are rising against those who have surrendered the people's power into a family of foreigners. That's what brings us here today. If the president had executed his responsibilities and respected his oath of office, we will not be here today. We will never call for removal of an elected president who respects his oath of office. So stop misleading yourself. Stop telling yourself a lie. The vote is secret. Your conscience will remain with you. You know we are telling the truth. We want to say to Honorable Kensani, you are doing very well in the energy department. We are unable to say so because of the things you said during Nkandla. You are writing your own history as you sit here. Even when you are going to perform better in future, we will have a difficulty because of the wrong history you have written. All of you sitting here individual, Honorable Deputy President, you are writing your own history. You will be judged according to the history you have written for yourself. I'm saying to Stellan Daveni, all of you, these people will not be here when you are this side. Protect your future, Stella, by voting Papa to Duduzane out of power. ANC, vote Zuma.
Honorable member, your time has expired. I have warned you that your time has expired. Honorable Malema, your time has expired. Honorable Malema, what's wrong with you? Honorable Buthelezi.
Honorable Deputy Speaker,
strategy. The target is the ANC.
Honorable Minister, please take your seat. Yes, Honorable Ndlozi. What are you raising on?
I think the speaker on the platform is deliberately misleading the House in that we are looking to topple the ANC.
Honorable Member,
That is not true.
Member, that's not
Can
a
you
point
be
of
honest
order.
yourself, Mama?
Honorable,
and speak from your
Honorable
conscience.
Ndlozi, take your seat. That's not a point of order.
There are other leaders on the opposition benches here in this House who have expressed a similar sentiment. As Honorable Malema yesterday said, their goal is to remove the ANC from power. They want the ANC members to help them fulfill that ambition. They believe the time is now ripe for them to further exacerbate the problems of the African
on a point
National
of order.
Congress. The ANC
on a
leadership...
point of order, Deputy Speaker.
Yes. What are you raising, Honorable Member?
It's out of order to misrepresent what the Commander-in-Chief of the EFF has said. He never said that the ANC will remove itself in 2019.
Honorable
We're
Member.
saying for this process, we're going to remove
Honorable-
the father of Edward and Duduzan.
Honorable
Those
Member.
are the targets that we're dealing with now.
Honorable
And
Member,
then
take your seat.
In 2019, we'll deal with elections.
Honorable
so
Minister,
don't
proceed.
misrepresent the CIC
Honorable
to
Shivambo.
argue a narrow point because it's not a reflection of reality.
Honorable
He never said
Shivambo,
what he said
take
he
your
said.
seat, please. That's not a point of
Thank
order.
you
Go ahead,
very
Honorable.
much, Honorable Floyd. I'm sure
No, on
if
a
you
point
go
of
back,
order.
if you go back to the news yesterday
point of
and
order,
the
Deputy
interview you had,
What's your point
you
of
will
order,
hear
Honorable,
exactly
Honorable
what I
Minister?
said.
Please take your seat. Yes.
No, she's lying about me in my presence here.
Honorable Malema.
And she's too old to be engaged
Honorable,
in such.
Honorable Malema.
I want to respect her, but she can't lie about me.
Honorable Malema.
I said yesterday,
Honorable
this is
Malema.
about
Honorable Malema. I'm talking.
Edward's father.
Honorable
It's
Malema.
not about you, it's about Edward's father.
Honorable Malema.
I'm focusing on Edward's father. That's
Honorable
what I'm focusing
Malema.
on.
Honorable Malema. You can't say a member is lying. You know that. Withdraw that. No, withdraw that. You can't say that in the House
Okay,
unless you
I
do so.
withdraw. I
Yes,
withdraw. But
please.
you are misrepresenting
No,
the truth,
no.
Mama.
Don't do
Edward's
that.
father. Let's
Honorable
focus
member.
on Edward's father, please.
Honorable Malema, you're out
They
of
want
order.
ANC members
Proceed,
to help
Honourable
them
Minister.
fulfill that ambition. They believe the time is now ripe for them to further exacerbate the problems within the African National Congress. The ANC leadership admitted publicly that the movement was experiencing big problems as a consequence of the wayward behavior of some of its members. When the ANC held the 105th anniversary celebration on the 8th of this year, January, we told South Africa through the president about those issues. We were open as we publicly admitted that some of our members were involved in corrupt activities, were encouraging factionalism in our structures, and destroying in the circumstances the unity that our forebears forged amongst South Africans to construct a country that would belong to all who live in it, black and white. We've publicly admitted that the ANC has these days become indeed a house divided. Our message of the 8th of January included the following lines, and I quote, "The people and the ANC. I spent my youth as a member of the ANC. I am now approaching the twilight of my political career. I came into this house in 1994 as part of the first parliament.
Point of order, Chair.
I've been a leader in
Point
the
of
ANC.
order, Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
Thank you.
Honorable Minister, yeah. Yeah, Honorable Member, what are you raising on?
Yes, thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. There are people up here, in particular here, who are clapping very loudly. Can you please coach them? What's the rule of...
All right, all right. Honorable members and our guests in the gallery don't participate by way of clapping or shouting. We welcome your presence nevertheless. Please obey the rules of your invitation. Thank you. Go
I
ahead,
believe,
Honorable Minister.
therefore, I've served my people the best way I could in those years, but I will always defend the ANC for as long as it is at the helm and in contact with the
Deputy
people of
Speaker,
South Africa.
on a point of
Perhaps
order.
in keeping with the historical
Respectfully,
significance of the
Honourable
moment,
Minister. Please take
We
your seat.
should
What's the
allow
point of
The
order?
rules are clear that members must stick to the topic of debate. Sithetha ngotata kaDuduzane Zuma
Honourable
namhlanje, not
member,
about the ANC.
that's not a
Can
point
you
of
please
order.
focus, Mama?
Honourable member.
Unfortunately,
We are not talking about you being here
Honourable
since
member.
1994.
Honorable Josie,
Honourable member,
And
stop
you-
talking.
It's like you are
I'm
applying
switching
for
off
a
your
job to
microphone.
us.
No, no,
We are
no.
Honourable
talking
member, I'm switching off your microphone. Take your
Mamela
seat.
ke.
Honourable
Honourable
Minister,
Josie,
please proceed with your debate.
Andikakamponi uDuduzane la echambeni.
Honourable member,
Andikakamponi
Honourable
no
Minister,
Edward la
proceed with your debate.
Perhaps in keeping with the historical significance of the moment,
A point of order.
Allow-
Honourable Minister, please take your seat. Yes, Honourable member.
Yeah.
What are you raising on, Honourable Minister?
Deputy Speaker, I rise on rule number 92, a point of order. Rule number 2, Chairperson, clearly states that members must stand up with a point of order and indicate which rule are they referring to. Ngiyacela Chair ukuthi ake usincede kulabantu abadisturba uSisnosiviwe ekhuluma. Chairperson, you are allowing particularly the EFF not only to disrupt but to make political statements. We are all capable of doing that, but there are rules of the House. So let
Honourable-
nonsense esihleli lapha.
Honourable
Kufanele ukuthi
Minister,
sibambe lezi zinto
Honourable
lezi.
Minister, I haven't allowed anybody to break the rules. I have told them to not
On a
to do
point-
that, and you are falsely accusing me.
On a
It's
point-
incorrect.
on a
Honourable,
point of
what
order.
are you raising, Honourable Member?
That
Honourable
member
Member.
says uzibambe lezinto.
No, no,
Who is
Honourable-
izinto here? Can you please tell her to withdraw those words?
Honourable,
Akunazinto lapha,
Honourable,
Chief.
Honourable Gadi, take your seat. I've heard you. Take your seat.
Yes,
Take
deal
your
with
seat,
that.
Honourable Member. I've heard you. Honourable Minister, did you say that? Honourable Minister, did you say that?
Izinto ziyazazi zona.
Aye, Honourable,
That's it.
Honourable Minister, you can't say that. You have to withdraw that. Honourable Minister, you have to withdraw this. That's not said in the House.
I withdraw.
Unconditionally, please. Honourable members, order. Honourable
Chairperson.
members,
Honourable Speaker.
order.
Honourable Speaker.
Honourable Deputy
Honourable Malema, what are you raising on
No,
now?
next time you must bring breathalyzers here, man.
No, man. Honourable,
How can a normal sober person say such?
Honourable Malema, you are out of order, and you must withdraw that. Honourable Malema, withdraw that. You, Honourable member, you withdraw that. Any member here, what breathalyzer here? Withdraw it, Honourable Malema.
What is unparliamentary about
No,
that?
withdraw your statement, Honourable member.
Which rule are you
Can
applying?
we remind you of something?
Honourable
We
members,
have used the word brutalize in this parliament
Honourable-
before, and there was
Honourable-
never such a ruling.
Honourable Shivambo, who gave you the right to speak?
On the point
Take
of
your seat.
order.
Take your seat. Honourable Malema, I requested you to withdraw imputing what you imputed on the member.
I withdraw because I don't want you to chase me out. I want to vote a criminal
Take your
out.
seat. Take your seat, Honourable member.
Honourable
your seat.
Deputy Speaker,
Speaker.
Deputy Speaker,
Honourable members. Honourable member. Honourable Minister, please proceed.
Honourable Deputy
Point of
Speaker.
order, Chair.
Honourable members.
On the point of order,
Yeah,
Chair.
oh, yes, Honourable member.
I'm rising on Rule 84. Honorable Malema has just said that he's going to vote a criminal out. It is unparliamentary. Please.
Honourable
according to Rule
Malema, did
84.
you say that?
Yes, I did.
Withdraw that, Honourable member.
I withdraw. I want to vote a crook out.
Honourable Malema, withdraw that. Withdraw that.
I withdraw. I want to vote the mene out.
Honourable Malema, you
Is that
withdraw,
unparliamentary?
you withdraw unconditionally, or you'll have to take consequences of your decision.
I withdraw
Take your seat, Honourable member.
unconditional.
Yes.
Honourable Deputy Speaker,
Yes, Honourable member, what are you rising on?
Honourable Deputy Speaker,
Yes.
the minister earlier did not withdraw unconditionally. She said she draws.
Honourable member,
There is a difference between drawing and withdrawing. So she must withdraw and not just draw.
Honorable member, please take your seat. That's frivolous. Go ahead, Honorable Minister.
Thank you very much, Deputy.
Is the removal from office of those heads of state and government who refuse to kowtow to the reactionary interest of an oppressive global hegemony. Similarly, the call for regime change in South Africa today is a ploy to destabilize, subvert, and undermine our democratic order.
Point of order, Deputy Speaker.
Into a constitutional
Point of order, Deputy Speaker.
Honorable Minister, please take your seat. Yes, Honorable Gadi.
Deputy Speaker, you are requested to ensure that there is
What
no...
rule is that?
The point of order, Rule 92.
No, what about rule number 2?
Honorable Speaker, I will read for you the rules if you don't know them.
You don't know them. That's why you need help.
I'm telling you, it's Rule 92. You want the page?
Yeah, what do you want to address, Honorable Member?
I want to address the misrepresentation by the minister who speaks of regime change and global
Honorable Member, that's not a point of
agenda.
order.
It
No,
is.
that's not a. No,
he
it's
must
not.
misrepresent us here. It's about Tutusane's father here.
Honorable
It's
Gadi,
not
take
about
your
the
seat.
change of government.
That's not
We
a point
can't
of
allow
order.
that to be misrepresented here.
Honorable Member?
Thank you.
No, that's not a point of order, and screaming won't make it so. Go ahead, Minister.
They seek the back door because they are not Democrats. They seek the back door because as true agents of apartheid, together with their former homeland government stooges and puppets on the left of this house, they long for days of minority rule, the dark days when a small illegitimate handful could boss the people around. They seek the back door, what they fail to win through ballot, as they contest the ANC all the time and get defeated. We know very well that their target is not president alone. They
Order,
have no
Speaker.
confidence in the 11 million
Speaker,
people.
order. Honorable Speaker, we just want to clarify that we are not clapping for the minister, we are clapping for you, Honorable Speaker.
Order. Proceed, Honorable Minister.
They have no confidence in the people. 11 million plus who voted the African National Congress. And because democracy is poetic justice, the people have no confidence in them. Therefore, their target is our democracy in its entirety. A major fallacy that has been raised by the opposition is that the recession was caused by the cabinet reshuffle, and nothing can be further from the truth. That the threat of the recession began to manifest between the last quarter of 2016 and the first quarter of 2017, which predates the cabinet reshuffle. Equally significant, Honorable Speaker, the first downgrade by S&P to sub-investment level was decided before the reshuffle. It is thus disingenuous to suggest that the downgrade was a reaction to cabinet reshuffle. And what this means is that this motion is therefore founded on fake news. The target of our detractors with this motion is the authority of government, because what they aim for is a coup d'etat to overthrow of the legitimate government through this destabilization. This is the same government.
Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker.
Order. Honorable Minister, please take your seat. What point are you rising on, Honorable Member?
Here, Madam Speaker. Here we go.
I'm looking at the EFF benches. Honorable Malema.
Honorable Speaker, it's a serious allegation to say a motion that was
Are you
processed
rising or
on a
on-
point of order, Speaker.
What is the point of order?
To say a motion that was processed properly through your office is actually a coup d'etat. I think that allegation,
Honorable
Minister
Member,
must
that's
withdraw
not
it.
a point of order. Honorable Steenhuisen.
Madam Speaker, I rise on Rule 85 of the National Assembly rules. which talks about reflections on members of the Assembly. I think it's a very serious reflection on members of this Assembly or honourable members of this House to accuse them of a coup d'etat when all they have done is placed a constitutional motion that appears in the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa
Honourable Member,
on the order paper.
That's stretching a point. It's a political point, Honourable Steenhuisen.
So it's a political point when I call the President a criminal. We'll remember that one.
No, to say a coup d'etat is not the same as calling someone a criminal. Please leave that issue.
This is the same government that has measures in place
Honorable Speaker.
to grow and transform the economy.
Honorable Speaker, on a point of order.
Yes, Honourable Ndlozi, what's the point of order?
Honorable Speaker, I want to persuade you. A coup d'etat is a crime in this country. It is executed through guns
Honourable
and
Member,
death.
let me look at this issue in the Hansard.
Okay, please,
Yeah,
because
then I
you
will
can't
take it
accuse
forward.
honorable members of a coup d'etat.
It is.
It's actually very irresponsible.
Please proceed,
This
Honourable
is an
Minister.
attempt of a political coup d'etat. No apology about that. This is the same government that has had measures in place to grow and transform economy through 9-point plan. As a result of this plan, the energy crisis in this country has largely been resolved, and load shedding is a thing of the past. In fact, Honorable Speaker, our people's access to electricity has increased from 58% to 85%. In its commitment to bringing about...
Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Minister of International Affairs is doing it again. She's sleeping.
No, Honourable Mbata, please
No,
take
she's
your
thinking
seat.
about the future. I mean, she's thinking about the future.
No, please take your seat. Leave the minister. Please proceed, Honourable.
In its commitment